prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who have sinned against us. Do not bring us to test, but deliver us from evil. Good afternoon, class. How are you this afternoon? It's nice that you're good this afternoon. Is anybody absent today? Yes, Janet, please monitor the attendance and give me the record after my class. And let's give ourselves 5 claps for a very good attendance for this afternoon. Are you ready for another journey into the world of science? Alright, but before that, let's remember these 2 important things. Number 1, wear your face mask all the time. Because we are doing some group activities, please wear your face mask all the time. And do you know how to properly wear your face mask? See to it that your face mask will cover your mouth and your nose, and avoid touching your face mask while you are using it. Second, sanitize yourselves from time to time. Any question about this? Okay. Now, I have here an image flashed on the screen. Do you know what this image is? Glided? Very good. This is a world map. What can you see in a world map? Rene? Yes, you can see countries and continents. Now, aside from the countries and the continents, what else have you observed with this world map? Jason? Yes, there are red dots. Now, do you know that according to history, in ancient Rome, red color symbolizes strength and courage. How about in your MAPE, in your art subject, what does the red color symbolize? Yes, it symbolizes fire and fierceness. Now, what do you think these red dots of light symbolize or represent here in our world map? Very good. It represents the Pacific Ring of Fire. In your grade 7, you were taught about the Pacific Ring of Fire. Now, what is present in the areas that are located along the Pacific Ring of Fire? Yes, Julius. There is presence of volcanoes. That's right. Aside from the presence of volcanoes, what else do these places that are located along the Pacific Ring of Fire normally experience? Wilmer? Very good. These places normally experience earthquakes. Now, I want you to watch a short video clip. Watch the video carefully so that you can answer, or for you to be able to answer my questions after. Is that okay?
Bayan, noong nakaraang Abril ay diyanig ng magnitude 7.8 na lindol ang Nepal na kumitil naman ang mamatay sa may libo-libong katao dito. Pinakauli po umabot na ng mahigit 8,000. Kaya nangangamba na ngayon ang PBOX na baka maging ang Metro Manila at ilang katabing probinsya ay makaranas na rin ng malakas na lindol dahil nga po sa Valley Fault System. Eh ano-ano nga pa mga lugar na mapipisala ng tinatawag na The Big One? Yan ang pinatro ng KSB Kabayan Special Patrol. Dinig ng isang 7.8 magnitude na lindol ang Nepal noong nakaraang Abril at 25. Nasunod naman ng isang magnitude 7.2 na lindol noong ika-12 ng Mayo. Dahil dito, nagpaalala muli ang Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology o PBOS na anumang oras ay maaaring yanikin ng isang magnitude 7.2 na lindol ang Luzon dahil hinog na nga ang West Valley Fault. Ang 100 kilometrong haba ng West Valley Fault ay dadaan sa Bulacan, Rizal, Quezon City, Marikina, Pasig, Makati, Taguig, Muntinlupa, Cavite, at Laguna. 84 na barangay mula sa mga syudad at probinsyang ito ay nanganganib biyanikin ng isang malakas na lindol. Noong 2012 ay sinadya ng grupo ng KSP ang mga barangay na dinadaanan ng West Valley Fault sa Quezon City. Nag-umpisa ang fault line sa barangay Bagong Silangan. Tatamaan dito ang PhilInvest 2 subdivision. Magtutuloy naman ang West Valley Fault Line sa may Batasan Hills kung saan maraming kabahayan ang nakatayo sa danger zone. Diretso sa Pansol ang fault line na tutuloy naman sa Libis kung saan maraming matataas na gusali sa lugar. Tuloy-tuloy ang fault line sa Blue Ridge kung saan naglagay ng mga muhon o markers para malaman kung saan dadaan ang fault line. Dadaan din sa White Plains ang fault line, pero bakanting lote lamang ang tatamaan sa subdivision. Tuloy-tuloy ang fault line sa Bagong Bayan at Ugong Norte sa Quezon City. Sa nagpapadyang panganib na maaari nating harapin kung sakaling yanikin tayo ng isang malakas na lindol, napakahalaga pa rin ang lubos na pag-iingat at paghahanda.
Alright, so what is the video all about? Yes, Angela. That's right. It is all about the West Valley Fault. Now, what do you think will happen if the West Valley Fault will move? Yes, Renee. Alright, so the places that are located along the fault will be damaged or destroyed, and the people will be affected. Now, do you know that the West Valley Fault is just one of the many faults that can be found in the Philippines? Now, do you know what is a fault? Do you want to know what is a fault? Alright, so fasten your seatbelt because we are now on our journey into the world of Earth and space. This afternoon, we will be identifying the type of fault based on its movement. Listen carefully and participate in our activities actively for us to attain the following objectives. Let us all together read. Number 1 objective, describe a fault. Number 2, use models or illustrations to identify the type of fault based on its movement. Third, cite the importance of earthquake drills. Now, but before that, since we are having a group activity for this afternoon, let us be reminded of the rules in performing an activity. It can be remembered through the word group. First, yes, give thoughtful feedback. R, respect others. O, on task all the time. U, use soft voices. And P, participate actively. This time, I will divide the class into 8 groups. Since we already have our groupings in our science class, you will proceed to your group after my instructions. Again, your leader will guide the group in performing the activity. Your secretary will write down your answers in the manila paper. Your reporter will present your outputs in class, and the material managers will be responsible for all the materials that you will use in the activity. Now, you will be given 10 minutes to perform the activity and 2 minutes for your reporter to present your outputs in class. The timer will start on my cue. And if you have questions, please raise your right hand so that I will approach you. Is that clear? Or am I understood? Okay. Material managers, please come here and get your materials now. Okay, so the timer starts now. Alright, so time is up. Wrap up your answers and post your outputs in the board now. Can we have the reporter from group number 1? Thank you so much, group 1. Let's give them 5 claps. Let's have the reporter from group number 2. Thank you so much, group 2. 5 claps for group 2. How about group number 3? Thank you so much, group 3. 5 claps for group 3. Group number 4. Thank you so much, group 4. 5 claps for group 4. How about group number 5? Thank you so much, group 5. 5 claps for group 5. How about group number 6? Very good, group number 6. 5 claps for group 6. How about group number 7? Thank you so much, group 7. 5 claps for group 7. How about group number 8? Thank you so much, group 8. 5 claps for group 8. Now, it's time to check your answers. So, you're tasked to perform the activity entitled A Faulty Setup. So, there are 2 cardboards and sun on the surface. You were tasked to move the 2 cardboards on opposite directions slowly. Now, first question, what is formed on the sun? Yes, so a break or a crack on the land was formed on the sun. So who got it correctly? Yes, group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good, you got it correctly. For question number 2, what happens to the parallel lines? Alright, so the parallel lines are separated. Who got it correctly? Yes. Group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. You got it all correctly. Let us give ourselves a barangay clap for a job well done. Woo! Now, in the activity, the crack or the break that is formed is or represents a fault. Now, based on the activity, how would you describe a fault? Very good. So a fault is a break on the Earth's crust where significant movement occurs. So these faults will move when there is rapid release of energy from inside the Earth. Let us have an analogy. Say for example, the Earth is us humans. Diba, we have emotions. When our emotion is too much, we tend to release it in a form of what? Say for example, you will punch the wall, or you will cry, or you will laugh. The Earth also contains energy. When the energy from inside the Earth is too much, it will be released. And when the fault cannot contain the energy being released from inside the Earth, it will move, and then an earthquake occurs. So when there is a fault, most probably there will be an earthquake. Is that clear? Or am I understood? Now, there are 3 types of fault based on its movement. The first type is what we call the normal fault. Normal fault is when the hanging wall moves downward relative to the footwall. So here is our fault model. So can anybody who can show us what a normal fault looks like? Yes, Mary Rainy? Alright, so this is a normal fold. When the hanging wall moves downward relative to the foot wall. How to determine if the fold block is the hanging wall or the foot wall? So for us to determine, we need to know where is our fold plane. So our fold plane is located on the ground. So this will be our fold plane. So the fold plane will be our determinant. The fold block that is located above the fold plane will be the hanging wall. From the word hanging, which means above. So this would be our hanging wall. And the fold block that is located below the fold plane is the foot wall. From the word foot, which is located below, that is our foot wall. So by definition, when the hanging wall moves downward relative to the foot wall, so this will be our normal fold. The second one is reverse fold. Reverse is when the hanging wall moves upward relative to the foot wall. So reverse from the more normal fold. So this will be our reverse fold. Then the hanging wall moves upward relative to the foot wall. The third is what we call the strike, slip, fold. Strike, slip, fold is formed when two fold blocks slide past each other. So there is sliding between two fold blocks. So again, there are three types. We have normal, reverse, and strike, slip, fold. Now, this time, I will be flashing different pictures of fold. All you have to do is to determine whether the fold is a normal, reverse, or strike, slip by using your model or your model as your guide. Alright, so here, the first picture, what do you think is the type of fold? It's this. This is a normal fold. How to determine? Look at the layers of the rocks. Where is our hanging wall? The fold block at the right. And our foot wall is the fold block at the left. So looking at the layers of rock, you will see that this is a normal fold. Next. Yes, Janet. Very good. This is a reverse fold. Why do you say so? That's right, because the hanging wall moved upward relative to the foot wall. So look at this, layers of rock. So before, it was used to be nasa kuan, ubos. But it moved upward by just looking at the layers of the rock. You will see the layers by looking at the colors. So the hanging wall moved upward, so this is a reverse fold. Next. Yes, Christine. This is a strike, slip, fold. So, let us give ourselves a barangay clap for a job well done. Woo! So again, how would you describe a fold? A fold is a break on the Earth's crust where significant movement occurs. And what are the three types of fault based on its movement or their movement? Yes, Grace. Normal fault, reverse fault, and strike slip fault. Any questions about our lesson for today or this afternoon? Okay. Now, let me ask you, can we predict when an earthquake occurs? Of course, no, because there is no instrument to predict when an earthquake occurs. There is instrument to predict and to measure the magnitude of an earthquake, but there is no instrument to predict when an earthquake occurs. What should we do to be prepared for an earthquake? Yes, Wilmer, what should you do? Thank you so much for your idea. But one thing that our government or our non-government organizations implement for us to prepare for an earthquake is what we call the earthquake drill. That is why it is very important for us to seriously participate in the earthquake drills, because it is implemented for us to prepare for an incoming earthquake. It is not just a game, so we should take it seriously. If we have earthquake drills in our school, participate seriously, because we do not know when a catastrophe will come. Is that clear, my students? Any questions about our lesson for this afternoon? Since you do not have questions, I will give you a short test. So all you have to do is to identify the type of fault shown in the pictures. So I will be flashing different pictures and you will identify the type of fault. So number 1. Two. Three. Okay, so papers up, exchange with your seatmate. We will check your answers. For number 1, this is a normal fault. Why? Because the hanging wall moved downward relative to the foot wall. So this is a normal fault. Number 2, this is a reverse fault, because the hanging wall moved upward relative to the foot wall. Last, this is a strike slip fault, because the two fault blocks slide past each other. Alright, so who got 3/3? Raise your hand. Okay, let's give them a barangay clap for having it perfect. How about 2/2? None. 1/3? None. Congratulations for a job well done. Now, for your assignment, you are to create a household emergency plan using the template that I will give you. And how to rate your plan, there will be rubrics attached in your emergency plan. Any questions? Alright, so that's all for this afternoon. Thank you and goodbye.
Sign on.